Alright folks, what is up? This is One Big Bug and I'm coming at you Euro Truck Simulator 2, and this time we're in my big old Scania. And yeah, we're looking for a heavy load this time with a good distance and hopefully a tough climb somewhere. That's what we really want. One thing I'm going to go over real quick, I do link these vids into Truck Sim on Reddit, and I realized that my paint job on my truck may not sit well with some people, and if that proves to be true, I have other paint jobs I can use on my truck that are just as cool and a little bit more toned down. So I like to get that out of the way. But yeah, I did mod in the engine into the truck. Even though it says 1020 on the front, it's actually 730 horsepower, 3500 newton meter engine. So we got some pulling power under the hood. We got plenty of axles in the back, and we're a big old truck just waiting to go. Now the mod I used to have actually had that front wheel pulled forward a little bit more and didn't have that back wheel all the way back there. That was the mod I used to have, and I really liked that mod, but this one's pretty cool too. So let's take a look at our freight market, shall we? In Roma. And I usually like going price per distance, but we can even go cargo weight. That's the wrong way. Cargo weight. There we go. Ooh. The digger's all the way up to 80 tons. I found the 80-ton mod, and here it is right there. But honestly, that's not what we're looking for right now. This big 40-ton looks pretty good, and that's looking like a tough road to hold right there. What about this 40-ton? It pays a bit more. That goes somewhere I've never been. That road doesn't look quite as difficult, but it's a longer haul, 775 kilometers versus 655. But this road looks much more treacherous, and I've never been that way either. So this is 40 tons as well, but it doesn't go anywhere. And 35 tons. You know, I wouldn't mind starting 35 tons and then working to 40 tons. I really wouldn't. But neither of these roads are really all that difficult. You know what? Let's give it one shot. Let's give it one shot to reset. 30-hour reset should work. And freight market. All right. 35 tons, 36 tons, 36, 35. Dang it all. I am not happy. I should have gone with that other one. Ooh, look at that road. That looks beastly right there. You see all this group up? That could be a hard climb. Yeah. I want to start 35 tons and then go to 40, but screw it. We can do 40 tons. I don't want to go for the big 75 or 80-ton trailers right now. Not yet. Now, the excavator should not be heavier than the train, but I just modded it in, so cannot help. This will not make it past the fence, I'll tell you that right now. Took some digging to find that 80-ton mod. I'll tell you that much. Because it's an old mod. And actually, it's supposed to look different, it just doesn't. You know, it's taken on the skin property. Not used to braking that well. It's taken on the skin property of one of my other trailers, but the weight property of the mod, which is all I really want. Really not used to braking that well. Alright, let's take the job, shall we? Usually I go price per distance, because price per distance is most efficient. A lot of people like, oh, I take the highest paying load. Yeah, well, the highest paying load doesn't always pay you the most per mile. And that's what you really want. You want the most per mile. Go, we are hooked up to 40 tons right now. And let's take a moment to just admire this, shall we? Get the beacons on. Let's take a moment to admire this monster. Yeah? That's pretty sweet right there. That is pretty freaking sweet. Anyways, enough admiring. We got a long haul ahead of us. Let's get rolling. Well, not as long as you'd think. That 2,344 kilometer run is actually not as far as you think, because there's a fair amount of ferry distance in that. We're only driving about 800 kilometers total. It's stopped in traffic. You'll pull up a little bit ahead, but it's alright. The truck distance difference, man. This is freaking cool. And we're hauling really well. I'm looking forward to getting under the 75-ton load. I'd be interested to try some of the weaker trucks with the 75-ton trailer. Yeah, I got to be very cautious, because adding this extra length to the truck plus the trailer really is going to make my turns a lot different. And I'm a little concerned about getting through toll bridges right now. Not because the trailer's too long. The guys that put in these mods for these new trailers made sure that the trailers would get through. However, the added truck length plus the trailer, that concerns me. Whew. She was tugging a little bit up that hill, wasn't she? I wish I could do this standard. I really do. When I used to have more of the controls on the keyboard, I would drive standard. But I really prefer the throttle how it is, and I can't be shifting gears with my throttle on my bumpers. I really can't. Coming around that corner a lot tighter than I thought it would. I'm not used to this chassis. This chassis actually does steer different than the other chassis as well. Its turning radius is different, and it actually turns better when hauling than my old chassis, which of course was just 4x2. Keep some speed. Honestly, I thought we were going over right there. It's like, no, the truck just turned really, really well. Alright, not too bad. It's going to take me time to adjust, I'll tell you that much. I love how in the very lower right-hand corner of my mirror, you can actually see my furthest forward rear wheel there spinning away. You can see the lugs on it spinning. That's pretty cool. Oh, well, here we go. We're going to find out. It's time to find out if we're going to make the toll booth or not. Don't come up too quick, bro. I'm going to this outer toll booth. Thank you. Alright, here we go. Please don't come down. Please don't come down. Please don't come down. Please don't come down. We made it. Alright. We made it fairly well, even with the added length of the truck, so nothing to worry about there. As you know, I normally don't keep my hover mirror up on the right there. Considering what I'm hauling, the extra length of the truck, I want to keep it up just so I can keep an eye on it more. See, we're hauling quite well in all due honesty. Look at that truck. Look at all those wheels. There's a lot of wheels, man. That's just a lot of wheels. I know that I'm going like over the highway and whatnot. I never claimed to be the best when driving this game, especially with just a gamepad. It's a lot more difficult than like if you have a steering wheel set up. Actually, okay. Apparently, there is one glitch with this mod, and that's when I turn on the right-handed directional. It flashes in the cabin. Right. Well, that's a minor thing. I'm not going to worry about that. I didn't pick up on that earlier, but yeah, that's interesting. Or I wonder if that's my new headlight mod, or if that's even working. I don't know. That's freaky. But we'll live with it, just because I like the trailer. I like the truck. I'm pretty sure that has to do with the new headlight mod, which I can just yank out. It's not a big deal. I don't even see a big difference on my headlights, so I don't even know if it's working right. Now, yeah, a lot of this road's going to be familiar to start, but once we cross on the ferry, we'll be in new territory. And actually, once we cross on the ferry, we'll be exclusively in truck sim mod territory. It won't be just upgraded vanilla map. Now, I am going to run this as I do my normal runs. I'm going to limit myself, provided I don't forget, which I will from time to time. But I'm going to limit myself to 110 kilometers per hour maximum speed if I ever get to that point. Just because I don't believe in like going 132 under most occasions. I said for sake of the other videos, it was fine because we were just demonstrating the performances of the trucks, which I've already got 2 of the high-end trucks, and as you see, I just got enough money for a 3rd high-end truck. And I'm doing them in the same order I did the last ones. Iveco, the DAF, and I have decided to just go with the single most expensive truck, regardless of if it's 2-wheeled or 4-wheeled. In the back, rather. we'll say 2-axle or 3-axle. I just decided to go with the single most expensive truck that you can buy from the dealership. Okay, slow down. We don't like slow down. I keep an eye on my speed. Oh no. We don't like corners at that speed. No, we don't. I used to have more orbitals up on top. I used to have the beacon, and then I had 4 smaller lights, 2 to each side. But I changed the light setup up top. Just for switch things around. I didn't need so many beacon lights up top. Although one of these days, just to goof off, I'm going to find the light setup that has the most lights on the top, and then I'm just going to do nothing but beacon lights. 108, 109. We might hit 110, but yeah, we got this long climb coming up, so I doubt it. What I really like about this mod is how far back the trailer does hook up. Because in some mods, when they put the big tank in the back that you saw, that's on the back of this one here, it'll actually interfere with the trailer, because the trailer does have a hitbox, and when you go to turn, it'll really mess around with the physics of the cab, and it can get real annoying. I had that happen on a Renault, I think, but it wasn't any mods on the Renault that I had. It was actually mods on the trailer. The way the trailer was set up, the forwardmost part of the trailer was too close to the Renault, and so every time I took a right-hand corner, it really messed up the cab, and it was difficult to take sharp right-hand corners. But fortunately, it was only the one trailer, and since I don't drive Renaults, it didn't become an issue. It only became an issue because I was doing a quick job. Because I had just started over and I wanted to drive the Renault. So I did set the cruise control. The extra speed that we got up there up to 121 is just because we were on a downhill. So we should settle down to 110 at some point. Yeah, there we go. See, the engine kicks back in. Please don't slow down. I am actually worried that there's going to be a slowdown along here at some point. This looks like the stretch of road where the traffic suddenly comes down to a crawl, so I'm a little wary of that. Because even though I have really great braking, it won't take much to be too close to a vehicle in front of me and not be able to brake in time. A little dark out. Might as well use the headlights. Ooh, that's a sizable corner right there that we're going to worry about. And actually we have an exit coming up. So we want to get over quickly. Maybe not that quickly, but it worked either way. I'm actually concerned about going that fast around this corner. Whew, that was close. Don't do that. Not like that. That's a long bridge right there. You can tell I'm settling into the trailer, along with the extra truck size at this point. Getting a little more comfortable with it. Although it's difficult on the sharper corners, it seems like you hit a certain point and the truck suddenly takes like an extra sharp turn that you're not aiming for, which I find really frustrating. I don't know if that's like the mod with the chassis itself, or if that's mod with that's messing with like the real physics mod or whatnot. Oh, I've got so much to do up and coming, so many things I hope to do. So I got my wife's birthday at the end of the month, and I'm already planning that out. I got a gift certificate for the cake. I've already got certain things chosen out. I hate breaking momentum. So yeah, planning in on that, and then like I said, Battlefield 4, the closed beta is already out. The open beta will be out soon, and I'd like to get that plus my extended memory that I'm looking to get. I don't know if I would just want to buy like all new memory, if it'll be cheaper, or if I just want to upgrade the memory I have, get like 2 more sticks. I got 4, and 2 more 2 gigabyte sticks, or if I should just whatever. I have no idea. Yeah, don't pull over here, please. 'Cause we're almost at our maximum cruising speed. I don't think a truck hauling this much would actually be cruising at this speed. But then again, you got to break it down. I don't know the kilometers versus miles conversion. I know that 90 kilometers is about 55 miles an hour, I think. So that's a, what? 55 from 90. It's about, what, 35 kilometer distance? 10, 8, yeah, 35 kilometer distance. And of course, the higher up you go in speed, the bigger that separation is going to become. But I would figure that we're going about 65 to 70 miles per hour right now, possibly. And I don't know if a big truck would actually be hauling, although this heavy, at 70 miles an hour. Although we got a fairly stable load with the farm equipment there. It's not like we have like rounded end jet engines that are really top heavy like that beast up there. I think we can handle this corner. Chicken down anyways. Take it down to 100. I'd rather play safe than sorry, especially when I don't have that much room to maneuver should things go horribly, horribly wrong. same trailer right there. Only the tires are really screwed up. That's the way of it. When modded trailers are hooked up to other trucks, the CPU, the AI and all that program, yeah, there we go, that's what I'm looking for. The program changes around how the trailer is. So where it has hooked up to your truck, it'll look just fine. Hooked up to other trucks, it screws up the look. And that's just the way it is. And I haven't been realizing that that is how it is with those bigger trailers. It's like the car hauler. If you see the car hauler go by, you'll actually see cars like in the trailer parts and whatnot. They're like down in the floors and whatnot. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah, oops. I did not mean to do that. I know I turned these on. I know I did. There we go. That's better. It's much better with those big lights on. The guys that made Truck Sim Map, man, they did put a lot of work in a lot of areas of this. Some of the longer stretches of road can be like monotonous, like I mentioned in one of my videos about all the boats and stuff, but you know, certain things like this, even at the lower graphics resolution, is really, really impressive considering how much of this map there is. Sometimes I drive by things that I've seen several times already, and I'm still stunned by them. A little more comfortable. Getting the turns in a little bit better. The hard hauling's going to come when we get over the other side as well. This is the easy part. I hope I don't have a difficult turn into the ferry, because some of the ferry turn-ins are really tough, and it makes me wonder why they didn't use the ferry section they did where you actually drive up on this big old ferry boat for hauling, like big super ferry, and makes me wonder why they didn't use that at all their ferry transfer points. I would think that would make more sense, but they didn't. A little disappointing. Like I said, I used to follow the rules when it came to Truck Sim. I used to go all the way to the right every time. I used to go all the way to the right to go through, but I ended up in one situation where I just couldn't get through, you know? That one situation where I just couldn't get through the toll booth because traffic was so jammed up that I just refused to do it again. No matter what it looks like, I just refuse to go over to that point again. Actually, despite this, which is freaking hilarious, I might keep the headlight mod. As it's getting darker, I'm starting to wonder if I actually have a better view than normal. We'll have to see when we get real dark. I would figure at like 10 o'clock at night it would actually be like dark right now. But according to the game, no. There's still some light out because it's like summertime. I'm surprised we actually made a 12th gear while climbing. It's a very sliding uphill, but it's an uphill nonetheless. I think we'd make 12th, let alone still be accelerating. We shouldn't be too far from the ferry as it is. I shouldn't need a rest point. As long as I can make the ferry before I need a rest point, we will actually rest while on the ferry. It's one of the reasons I like long ferry trips when it comes to hauling, because the ferry trip acts like a rest point, so it doesn't actually detract any time from your overall trip, which I really like. So far it's been uneventful, but again, like I said, this is the easy part of the trip. The more interesting part is coming up after the ferry. Well, I was kind of hoping for a little bit more fun on the pre-main event part, but I guess you can't have everything. What up? Actually, I think I do have a little bit better vision with these headlights, so I'll probably keep them, despite, yeah. Oh, toll booth, the bane of my Euro truck existence. I wish I could drive under that third-person camera. I've tried many times, but I can never actually do it because it just messes up my perception way too much. Oh yeah, now that it's really dark, yeah, now I can actually see the difference in my headlights. I definitely have a much better forward vision than I did my old ones, and it's much brighter, so I'm keeping this headlight mod. Oof, bit of an uphill here at least. Losing speed a little bit, but not too much. God, really? Another toll booth? Boy. Which means we'll have to stop at least one more time to actually pay. When we get off the highway. Whatever section the toll booth covers. So much fun. Interesting, I have like that far-reaching right view there, It actually kind of looks like it goes left, too. The headlights are wider than they are long, but... eh. I like it. Means I don't have to drive with, like this. Jesus. Apparently I have a small sun in as my beams. Wow. I didn't test the high beams on the... wow. This is like... I need a tan! There you go. It's a tan, not baked. You think I'm kidding? You see how dark it is? Ta-da! Even my wife is like, what the fuck? Whoa, 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 whoa! Doof. Actually, we did almost lose it there. Wow. I was getting a little too complacent. But, no matter. No matter. We kept it under control. We did quite well keeping it hunkered down. It's just... jeez. That's just too much. I was talking to my wife a couple days ago. We were going shopping and she needed quote-unquote woman's things. And it kind of struck me. Women are the only ones in the world that can actually use a phrase like that. And whether you're a guy or a girl... Nope. I want to get off the highway. Thank you. Whether you're a guy, girl, man, woman, whatever. Woman's the only one that can use that phrase and actually you know exactly what they mean. You can't go along in the world as a man and say, I need to go to the store, I need some man things. What the hell is that? What is it, you need beer? Tools? Yeah, well, condoms. But still, it doesn't sound right. It's like, yeah, I need some man things. It just sounds confusing. It's like only women. I need women things, and you know exactly what they mean. You don't hear a guy going, I need man things. Matter of fact, if you're married or you're living with a girlfriend, just do that to her one day. Just walk up to her and say, honey, I need to go to the store. She says, why? I said, just say, I need some man things. And just walk out. Don't answer anything else. Actually, she'll probably stand there too stunned to think. I thought we were a lot closer to the ferry than this. It was a lot longer run than I had given it credit for. Don't tell me I chose the wrong one. Oh shit. I'm not paying attention to my speed. I'm up too high. It was 114. Yeah, it actually gets easier to get lost in how fast you're going and you run when it's dark out. Because you have even less perception about how fast you're going. There's less traffic. There's less to guide you by, things like that. Easy. I don't know. See, I don't know if that was the truck starting to get out of control, or if that was just a steering error on my part. I really don't. Well, yeah. Here's our toll booth. Our lovely, 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 annoying, piss me off toll booth. Oh, geez, I wasn't paying attention. See, here's where I'm starting to get too complacent in my run. I just moved over. I didn't pay attention to the fact that there was a vehicle on my right. Of course, at the size of my truck, you should pay attention to the fact that there's a truck turning to the right. That's the way I look at it. You really can't expect me to see everything on this monster, can you? Ah! Don't do that. Like that. That's going to trip me out for a while. But yeah, we're actually coming up to our ferry point, and I want to get over before that car gets too close. This should be an interesting left-hand turn. Now, I am not going to get over into that lane to make this turn. I'm going to keep it in this lane to make the turn, to give me that extra buffer. You may see it as overkill, I see it as caution. Now see, the one thing that bothers me is that, of course, this game isn't made for like really big trailers, as per evident, like the really extra huge long trailers that you can drive get stuck in the toll booths, and you know this game's obviously not made for that. So traffic will respond very poorly if you try and make a standard turn. You know. My trailer's over the line, but that's alright. Not enough to block traffic, and that's cool. You see the other vehicles coming up, but yeah, that's what the front of my truck looks like right there. With all the lights. Hopefully the upcoming mods will put on like little side skirts. Not mods, but chassis to unlock. Because there's still some more chassis to unlock with that mod that I downloaded that got me this chassis, and the chassis before it that had a whole 200-liter tank. Yeah, okay. I want to stop every 10 minutes to refuel my truck. Actually, I think this is the one where we get to drive up onto the ferry, so you'll see what I mean. This is pretty cool. Well, I guess it does. That one does flash in here, doesn't it? I can't see. A little bit of a lighting issue. That's all right. We can fix the lighting issue. Look at that turbo whine. That's sweet right there. Alright. And we only have the one destination that we can go to in Algiers. That is the right. Right? Yeah. Well, there must be... Yeah, it looks like a long... Okay, yeah, okay, Algier it is. Stop that. Alright. And it's still dark out, damn it. Alright. Well, that's going to be me done for this one, folks. We shall continue this haul on the next episode. I hope you've enjoyed watching this as much as I've enjoyed bringing it to you. Don't forget to tune in for the next episode where the trip should get a little more interesting. Until next time, this is One Big Bugger signing out, and I'll see you then.